Hello everybody, my name is Anthony Effort and welcome back to yet another episode of God is the Secret. Now if you have not already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, not only so you don't miss a single video, but also so we hit that goal of 1 million subscribers within a year. And with all that being said, I would now like to get into the actual video where I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite quotes ever from one of my favorite authors ever, Mr. Peter Kreeft. And the quote goes, "The only way God can strengthen his presence in our will is to weaken his presence in our feelings. Otherwise, we would become spiritual cripples, unable to walk without emotional crutches. And this is why he gives us dryness, suffering, and failures." End quote. Now, quite simply, what this means is that most certainly, whenever we're sad or upset, God could most certainly point down at us and make us happy, but he doesn't do that, and that is for a reason. That reason quite simply being that life is supposed to be difficult. Life is supposed to be hard. I mean, think about it. If life wasn't supposed to be hard, we would just start off in heaven. But we don't start off in heaven. We don't start off in heaven where everything's perfect. We start off on earth. We start off on earth where things are very, very hard. But we're also here on earth with our free will. And because we have that free will, we can use that free will to continue to follow God despite all odds. And because we do that, and because we build character, and because we build strength, and because we build up and develop our wills during this time on earth, we get the reward / present / ultimate gift / best gift ever of going to heaven and joining God when we're done here. So with all that being said, quite simply, whenever you're going through difficult times, that is for a reason. I mean, I talk about that all the time, but it's just such an important thing. You always need to trust God and realize that everything difficult and just everything in general that you're going through in life is for an absolutely important reason. And realize that it's like the great Peter Kreeft says, God puts us through these difficult times and he doesn't give us these emotional crutches all the time because he wants us to spend our time on earth not only choosing him and joining him in heaven someday, but he wants us to also not be spiritual cripples always needing emotional crutches when we get there. So why does God give us pain, suffering, dryness, and all the horrible things in life? Because he wants us to go through it all and continue to choose him, because that's what makes us spiritually strong. And there's nothing more important in all of the whole universe and all of life and all of anything than being spiritually strong and following God. So the next time you're upset, say, you know what? God, I trust you. I know this is for a reason. And every time you do that, it builds strength. Every time you do that, it adds up and makes you spiritually stronger and stronger and stronger. And before you know it, your life is going to be so much better than it ever was. Because the stronger you are spiritually, the better your life is. Because the stronger you are spiritually, the more you trust God. And the more you trust God and the more you trust that everything you're going through is for a reason, the happier you are. It's just impossible to not be happier when you trust God that much. So again, quite simply, the next time things get hard, the next time things get difficult, don't ask God for that emotional crutch. Quite simply say, God, I trust you. I'm going to keep persevering. I know this is for a reason. And trust me, don't ask for that emotional crutch. Don't ask for that emotional crutch, for one, because God's not going to give it to you. But beyond that, also, you'll be thankful in the future that you didn't get that emotional crutch, because then you'll be that much stronger in the future because of that. And again, the more and more times you say, God, I trust you when going through difficult situations, the easier and easier difficult situations become. So with all that being said, again, trust God, build spiritual strength, and most importantly, don't be a spiritual cripple. And with all that being said, thank you for watching. I love you all. God bless.